Come in. I'm testing my camera because it keeps turning off every time I go to record something. So I'm doing this test video to see if it's gonna work. But I don't know if it's gonna work. I think it's working. That's good. It is a cold Wednesday. The outfit. If this isn't focused, then I don't really know what to say about it. It's currently a Wednesday night. Have been kind of struggling. And it's not even in a sense of oh, life sucks, but genuinely there's just been so much going on, and I have a lot on my plate right now when it comes to academics and honestly just my personal life, and people are definitely showing their true colors. I have been kind of experiencing a bit of loneliness. It's a loneliness that I'm not really excited to talk about. I don't know. It's definitely something that it's something that is hard to word properly because I don't really have any specific or direct opinions that I feel like I need to converse on, but I don't know, man. It's just been really hard lately. There's been so many people that I feel like have been leaving out of my life, and these are people that, I've always deemed important, or, always people that I expected to be around for longer than. And it sounds very surface level. It's not. And it's exhausting because I feel like I'm constantly at battle with trusting people. I have a hard time trusting people a lot of times. It's just really hard because I've been through a lot. And I feel like I'm always saying that, and I have been trying to work on myself and get better, but it's definitely been hard. I've been working a lot on my EP that will be out sooner than later. It's not announced yet, but it will be sooner than later. I have a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of ideas that I have, but it's just been really sad, so it's been hard to execute the reality that I want. I hope this doesn't seem like a pity party. I don't know, I spend a lot of time thinking about things that I want to create and things that I want to see on my YouTube channel and things that I want to talk about and discuss, but I always end up in this rut where I am in debt to my existence. I don't know if that really makes sense, but the people who know what I mean, and, if you don't get it, that's okay too. I am glad you're here anyway. Honestly, don't really have a lot of motivation for anything that I had planned for my YouTube channel. I do have some ideas. I also will be making gaming videos maybe soon. My entire childhood I watched gaming YouTubers, and it would always give me a really large sense of comfort, and it would always it would always provide me with this kind of idea that I could do whatever I want and play video games, and I also get to experience video games with others, so it was I was playing the video games with them in a way, which I think is really fun. I don't know, I think the art of human connection is just another form of human connection. I think what I'm really addicted to is connecting with people. I really like to meet people and get to know them, and then like form these bonds with them that are sort of not unrealistic, but just a bit hard to upkeep. And I live in this sort of like fantasy of people sometimes, and it's like being attached to potential instead of like, you know, what actually is. And I feel like that's a very well said quote, but like in the same breath, it's also an experience that is different to many, and an experience that I feel like happens to me often, and I do it platonically as well. So I kind of like don't really like how the earth is spinning right now. It's spinning on negativity, and there's a lot of bad things happening, and people are returning to habits that were very recently deemed as inhumane, yet now they are being deemed as social status coins, if you know what I mean. I also just believe that like I've been experiencing a lot of not racism, but indifference to my racial existence by a lot of people lately, which is hard because I live in a town that is very red, and I personally don't identify with any party, although I do hate Trump, so let's get that out of the way. Personally, I believe that political parties are instilled to segregate us, as well as like racism and a lot of other things that, you know, told to us that, you know, you must believe in one of these to be deemed a correct, normal, productive human being on this planet. And it just gets exhausting. Like, I don't know, like, it genuinely just becomes this sort of war in your head that, you know, and I can't. I lose my train of thought really quick as well when I'm talking, which is why I kind of hate doing these kinds of videos, because it's like, I lose my train of thought, and then I'm like, wait, what was I talking about? And then I have to find that topic, and I have to get back to that topic so that it makes sense, because if I don't get back to that topic, then it doesn't make sense, and then you don't understand. And if you don't understand, and if you're still watching a video and you don't understand, you're probably a really intelligent person, because intelligent people do things that they don't understand, because then they understand. I feel like intelligence can be a curse sometimes, because you're consistently thinking of different contingencies of reality, and when you're consistently doing that, it really gets to you, and really start to fathom things that a lot of people don't even get to until later parts of their existence on the planet we are given. And things like that really bother me, because there are a lot of thoughts that I have that I feel like people won't be able to fathom until very later parts of, way later parts of their life. It's just like, oh boy. I sound like a narcissist. Sometimes I feel like too when I speak, but I feel like it might just be insecurity talking. Is it insecure to say that I'm a narcissist? I feel like it might not. Is it? Narcissists don't say they're narcissists, so I will say that I am a narcissist. I don't know. Doing this is really fun. I like talking like this. I think it's fun to talk to a camera. I've always thought it's fun to talk to. Obviously, I've always thought it was fun. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if I think it's very therapeutic for me, because I get to, it's not an eye, it's an eye, but it's an eye in a different way. It could be anyone's eye, so it's a very subjective situation when I'm recording a YouTube video. It's very intimate for me, because I don't know, it's hard for me sometimes to act like myself. It's hard for me to act like myself in front of a human being, so when cameras get involved, it almost becomes like this sort of intangible relationship with a human that I can't see, but I know is there, you know? And it's beautiful. I think it is pretty beautiful. It's a pretty nice quality of the Industrial Evolution, if I do say so myself. Were cameras made in the Industrial Evolution? Maybe they were. I don't think they were. Don't at me on that. I'm not a historical figure or anything of that. Hi. Oh my fucking. Oh my god. It wouldn't be, you know, an Alyssa Evangeline YouTube video if my camera didn't randomly stop fucking recording. In the middle of the video, in the middle of the video, in the middle of the video, in the middle. I have absolutely zero clue what I was talking about. I was like going on a full, like, I had like this whole, like, I was getting philosophical, or like, am I saying that right? I better be, because I'm not gonna repronounce. I was getting into the nitty gritty of my existence. Life has definitely been showing me its ways. When you lose people left and right, back to back to back to back to back, it just really is just like, I mean, you really start to lose feeling. I'm trying not to lose feeling. I feel like it's hard. Sometimes it is hard to acknowledge a lot of the pain that I've endured. I want to talk more about some of the things that I've been through, because I feel like it would be nice to just kind of experience that conversation with myself in a way. It's important to have conversation with yourself, because you are the only person that you will have in the end, and you're the only person who truly will be able to apply the emotional damage or repair that you've gained from situations that you've been through in your life. So that's something that I like to stand on, and something that I like to incorporate into my life on a daily basis. I don't know. It really just becomes hard to open up, and I want to be honest on my YouTube channel. I want to be real on here. I don't want this to be a place where I uphold standards that I deem unrealistic, and it can definitely be hard to talk about serious things online for me, because I always feel as though, like, when I speak of things that are not, you know, bright and colorful and glamorous, it's deemed in a way as an attention-seeking grabber, and you know, but at the end of the day, I am not here to be glamorous. I am not here to be cool, perfect girl. I am here to be human. And what sucks is a lot of the time that is not enough for people, and people will not be able to fathom the idea of, you know, basic existence, just because of the society that the people that we have put in charge have built, you know, and a lot of them aren't even real people. It's a whole different conversation. I don't know, I definitely believe the reality has been dishing out some negativity to me, but is it negativity, or is it positivity disguised as negativity? Because there are certain phases of your life where you just happen to lose people because you cannot bring them into the next phase with you, so you lose them before you really make those steps to move on and move forward into the best version of yourself, because they simply just do not deserve to be there with you. So, and that is hard to acknowledge. It's hard to acknowledge, especially when it's, you know, you're losing the people that are close to you. I've been losing people that are close to me. It's been really hard. There's been just a lot going on. I've been just really trying my best to be as human as possible and be as honest with people. I really do put a lot of thought into everything that I mean, not every single little thing that I do in my life. Of course, reality is warped for me. I live a warped life sometimes just because of confusion and things I have going on. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm always putting people before myself. I feel like I'm always, you know, trying super hard to be this person who's super good, and because it's just been, there's so many people I've been shown so many bad characters that I don't even want to have, and I don't even want to have any relation to the people that have done me wrong, and it sucks because I have done bad things in my life, and I don't want to sit here and act like some saint, but it just really, like, I want to be a good person, and it's hard to be a good person in a world that's made for bad people. it's just like the rock we live on. This rock is controlled by people who do not want to see women like me succeed, or any brown person succeed at that. It's just, and I'm not, by brown I just mean color. I don't mean race, because race is non-existent. Race is not. Culture exists, not just race does not. And race was created for segregation purposes, but that is another conversation we can have later. I don't know, like, I just kind of wanted to say something. I feel lonely a lot of the time, and it's hard, so I wanted to say something about it because I feel like some people can relate.